Hi, my name is Megan, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some of the experiences that I had while taking the class Writing for Public Relations this semester. So, a little bit about myself. I'm a senior communication major here at Manhattan College. I have a double concentration in media productions and public relations, and I also have a minor in marketing. I really wanted to try and become a more well-rounded writer before I graduated. This semester we spoke a lot about the technical aspects of writing and some of the more nuanced aspects of writing and public relations. So with the technical aspects comes format, design, layout, things like that. Things that not only help further the story that you're trying to tell, but to make it visually appealing, visually engaging as well, along with how to incorporate brevity into your writing. So basically how to get to the point, how to tell the whole story in an exciting and appealing manner, but with a lower page count and a lower word count. And some of the books that we were assigned for this class, all of them were super helpful. Granted, there are a lot of readings in this class, but all of the readings that were assigned were so helpful. Like, I know I'm already going to be referencing back to them. And one of the books that helped me so much hone in on my technical writing skills was the strategic writing book that we were assigned for this semester. And each chapter focuses on one assignment that you can expect to get when you're in the public relations or media productions industry. And some of the chapters covered how to write a blog post, how to create an engaging website, how to write a professional news release, all the things you should add and all the things you should avoid, which was really helpful for someone starting out like myself. Because I've never written a newsletter before, I've never written a news release before, I had an idea of how they looked, but if I went into a PR internship right now, I would have, or at least at the beginning of the semester, I would have had no idea how to do it and would have produced a lot of sloppy content, along as some of the best ways I could potentially sell myself, because one of the other assignments we got to do was a resume and cover letter. Having a resume and cover letter writing assignment in this class was, first of all, very humbling, but it was also very helpful because I got to sit down with Anwar and have her pick apart my resume and say, why would you, and really make me think on why I put everything in a cover letter that I did and everything in a resume that I did. And to kind of get into some of the more nuanced aspects of the writing that we learned about in class, one of the big takeaways that I got from this class was the idea of transformative leisure. The best way I could describe transformative leisure, there's a big definition to it. It's a purposeful mindfulness to allow you to open up your mind, open up your horizons, constantly educate yourself to create something to share with the world, to share with the greater community. You're not only working to try and bring something good into the world, but you're trying to be the best you that you possibly can and the most genuine you that you can. And that was really great to learn when I did, because now whenever I go to apply for a job or whenever I go to write something for an organization or even for a class, I'll think, like, how can I make this the most authentic work that I can? I think by being given assignments that I can expect to see in the future, it made me want to do better. I'm going to need to know how to write a press release, so now that I'm being given a press release assignment, I need to make sure that I do it really well. Learning the technical skills and having the opportunity to develop my technical skills in writing, such as content, layout, format, design, all of that, plus the nuances that we learned, such as transformative leisure, the importance of historicity, which in short is the way that history repeats itself, how history repeats itself, and why it's important to pay attention to history and how it repeats itself. I've learned how to condense some of the stories that, or some of the narratives that I need to write about. I've learned to condense them in a way where everything is streamlined, everything is efficient, and everything is clean and organized that I'm writing. I think in total for this class, this semester, we had a total of about 10 assignments planned out, because the way that Anwar structures the semester is that you have about one assignment due a week. So I think it would have been helpful to have 8 assignments instead of 10. I really enjoyed this class because of some of the topics that we discussed, where with, again, transformative leisure, I now know to dedicate time not only to myself, not only to my work, but to myself as well, because my well-being matters. Because if you're running on fumes, you're not really helping anyone. Or if you're not going out and experiencing things, then you're not going to have any spice to add to what you're writing. But yeah, so I had a great time in this class, and if I could take it again, I would. I would dedicate more time to it, and I would do the readings more, work to try and get to know your classmates. I would use Anwar as a resource as much as you can, because there are going to be points where you are confused because the assignment sheet doesn't make sense, or the readings don't make sense, or you had to read like 40 pages of a textbook and you don't know what any of the words in them mean. So use Anwar to the best of your ability. Speak up as often as you can, participate in class as much as you can. Some students would unmute themselves after being asked what we thought of the reading and say, I'm genuinely confused. I had no idea what any of that meant. But it's better to be honest and transparent in her class than to lie and say that you understand everything that's happening and that you're perceiving and understanding everything that's happening in this class, because no one does. No one fully understands what some of these readings mean, and that is totally fair, because that's how you work through hurdles. That's how you work through communicative issues, and we're going to have to face things like this in the industry anyway, so these classes really help you to grow, and I feel like Professor Anwar has really helped me to grow, not only as a better student, but honestly as a better person as well, and I'm really appreciative of it.